first question for Drae.
Drae, obviously, I saw your tweet about winning the Big 12 Special Teams Player of the Week. You gave a lot of credit to the rest of the guys on special teams, and Coach Perry just did the same thing. I guess could you elaborate on who stood out for you when you watched the film, or just what that award means to you?
I think the whole unit deserves credit. The front five guys, like on the front line, they literally have like the toughest job on that unit. So like, I know one of them is definitely Caleb Douglas. Like, hey, came back, bro. I'm trying to block for you. Like, I'm trying. Jordan Brown has some good blocks, and it just so happened that both of them are receivers. But like, there's 10 other guys on there that's working just as hard as I am, if not harder.
I guess is there anything mental that goes into reading the blocks or anything like that, or is it just trying to make guys miss and get as many yards as you can?
I think it's just like being a ball carrier. Just reading the blocks and trying to set them up if you can, and then just running as fast as you can sometimes.
I am curious, because I know that the coaches were talking about you doing punt return a little bit too, but I guess what's the biggest difference between fielding a kick and fielding a punt?
The way they spin, a punt return kind of spins like a spiral, and it moves a little bit. A kick return kind of spins like end over end, and it's easier to judge. I think that's probably like the main difference.
As much as you want to, have big returns, do you consider it a win when they stop kicking it towards you?
I wouldn't say I consider it a win, but I think we have other guys that can be dangerous as returners. I literally texted Jordan Brown on I think Sunday or Monday, and I was like, listen, you're next. Like, you're going to spring one, then they're going to have to kick it to somebody else. So I think we have guys that can make big returns, not just me.
Drae, is there anything pregame that you do that is maybe a little different, something a little odd that kind of gets you in that zone to really get out there and do that kind of stuff?
Nah, I kind of stay to myself. I don't talk a lot on game day. I'm kind of like mellow. You'll probably be like, oh, he's not hyped, but like I'm just like locked in. I just don't say a whole lot.
You got music on before game?
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
kind of listening to?
Well, I wake up in the morning, I start off with a little bit of gospel music, and then as the day goes on, it kind of transitions a little bit when we get closer to game time, but I definitely start off with gospel music for sure.
Drae, when you catch that ball on a kick return, what exactly are you looking for?
First thing is literally like my job is to follow Jordan Brown. He kind of gets the party going. That's why I say it's plenty of other guys that do their job, and then once he makes the first block, you just read all the others and like react off of that.
Drae, you're about 17 yards away from Rodney Blackshear, who's in the top 10 with kick returns at Tech. What kind of emotions come with knowing that you are kind of cementing yourself into a legacy?
It comes with a little bit of emotion, but you can't really focus on that right now. You got to take it day by day, week by week, and then look back at the end of the year and see where you're at. Because if you focus on that, you'll lose track of the day-to-day process of things.
Are there any former Tech returners that you communicate with, maybe practice with, or anything like that, or maybe model your game after?
No, there's not. No.
Drae, how different was the offense on Saturday versus the original last season?
I think we saw guys move different after they caught the ball. Josh Kelly comes to mind. Whenever he caught the ball, he broke plenty of tackles. CD had a big play at the end. Just whenever guys like caught the ball, you could tell like they were a little bit different after they caught it.
You mentioned a lot of receivers in the kickoff return unit. Has that, you guys being a part of that as well as the receiver positions, does that kind of build camaraderie between you guys?
I think so, but I think it doesn't matter like what room they're from. There's a lot of guys. It just so happened that most of them are offensive guys just because we're used to blocking that way. So, like, most of the guys that are on kickoff return are offensive guys, but I don't think it matters.
Drae, you've talked about how well all the other 10 guys executed on the kickoff returns. When you watched the video, how did you feel about how well you executed your job? You didn't have some big pathways. Some of those didn't have real wide lanes. I mean, you got to throw a stiff arm and shed some tackles and those sorts of things.
Honestly, I'm pretty critical of myself, and I look back and I'm like, man, I could have done this, and it probably would have went a little bit longer. So, I think I did a decent job, but I'm pretty critical of myself. So, there's little things that I can do better to maybe, who knows, maybe take one and score. So, I'm pretty critical.
What are some of the differences, I guess, when you're returning a ball in the daytime and then at the nighttime?
Just focusing. I think the focus doesn't matter in day or night. You still gotta see it kick to look it all the way in. Just can't get blinded by the lights. Really, that's it.
What about the sound on Saturday night?
I kind of block it all out whenever you have the ball or anything. For me, it kind of goes all silent, so I don't really hear anything. So that's just how my mind works a little bit.
Anything else? Thank you, Drae.
Thank you.